The Philippines had no widespread internet access during the mid-20th century. The internet as we know it today did not exist, and communication was largely dependent on traditional methods such as telephone lines and postal services. The concept of the internet was introduced in the early 1990s, but it was not widely available in the Philippines at that time. The internet began to make its way into the country in the early 1990s, with dial-up internet connections becoming available. These connections were slow, expensive, and limited in scope, accessible mostly in urban areas or larger businesses. By the year 2000, broadband internet started to emerge, although it remained largely out of reach for rural Filipinos. In the 2010s, mobile internet saw rapid expansion, with 3G and 4G networks becoming available, leading to greater accessibility, especially among young peoples in urban areas. However, despite these improvements, the Philippines still face challenges in internet speed and affordability, with a noticeable divide between urban and rural areas. By January 2024, the Philippines recorded an average broadband speed of about 93 megabits per second, surpassing earlier expectations. Despite improvements, the country still ranks poorly globally, placing 86 for internet speed, and rural regions such as Region 8 and BARMM continue to struggle with slow internet speeds and limited digital access.
The 18 to 35 age group, particularly students and young professionals, is most affected by internet and technology issues. Many young people rely on the internet for education, remote work, and daily activities. Students in rural areas often struggle to access online classes due to slow internet speeds and high data costs, while young professionals face productivity challenges when working from home. In provincial areas, students face significant challenges in accessing online learning resources with unstable internet speeds and high data costs preventing their ability to participate in digital education fully. Young professionals and remote workers are also heavily affected. These individuals depend on stable internet connections for work, and disruptions in service or high data costs can impede their ability to perform their job duties effectively. What's your comment about the internet connection that we have here in the Philippines?
Ano po, di siya mabilis eh, pero di naman siya mabagal, saktuhan lang. Pero masabi ko hindi siya sapat sa mga pang-araw-araw kong kailangan. Sa online class, sa mga laro ko, gano'n. I think our internet connection in the Philippines is fine. I mean, it's not that fast, but again, it's not that slow. And I think that it is sustainable and we can connect almost anywhere in the country. So, yes.
Yung internet connection natin dito sa Philippines ay super bagal talaga and need ng improvement kasi kahit sabihin mo na nagkaroon ng changes before and kahit mabilis na yung Mbps or what, super bagal pa rin talaga niya and ayun, kapag marami or onting nakakonnect, super like mabagal talaga.
So, who do you think is the most affected when it comes to internet issues?
Siguro yung mga work from home. Kasi sila talaga pinaka gumagamit ng wifi eh. Tapos kailangan on time talaga yung mga sagutan nila doon. The most affected are the students because in our society today, most of the students rely on the internet for additional materials and knowledge, especially that there is AI, which is most convenient for students right now. But again, there are also a lot of employees or other people that are affected with the internet connection, especially that we use social media a lot of times and that we use internet for entertainment and for communication purposes.
Students and yung mga nag-work from because in sa mga students first is yung syempre kapag online class yung setup, so hindi sila makakapasok ng klase, ganyan. Tapos kapag nasa bahay naman or like after school, yung pag-search ng mga need na information or data na nakikita lang sa internet. And then sa mga workers naman na nagtatrabaho sa bahay or yung mga naka-work from home, affected din sila, especially yung mga call center kasi pinaka-kailangan ng mga work from home na workers ay yung high talaga speed internet.
What do you do when you encounter an internet issue?
Nagpapaload na lang ako kasi wala eh. Pag naka-data ako, medyo laban-laban eh. Katulad sa ML, may booster mode naman doon. Pag binuksan mo yung wifi mo tsaka data ng sabay, mas mabilis siya. Ayun.
Most of the time, I go out and look for signal and go to other places. But for me, I'm a bit cheap because I don't really like to spend money on mobile data. But if I really need it, then I would buy load.
Tumatawag ako sa kanila and nagre-report ako kapag walang internet or mabagal para mag-respond sila agad or mag-act agad sila dun sa problem ng internet.
That's all po. Thank you. There were 86.98 million internet users in the Philippines in January 2024. The Philippines internet penetration rate stood at 73.6% of the total population of January 2024. These user figures that reveal 31.24 million in the Philippines did not use in the internet at the start of 2024, suggesting that 26.4% of the population remained offline at the beginning of the year.
In terms of digital divide, residents, annual family income, and parents' highest educational attainment significantly predicted digital divide and ICT usage. These findings suggest that in terms of residents, living in provincial areas put the student at a disadvantage in accessing the internet. Having slow internet connection in their resident forces the student to have higher mobile data internet consumption, so they tend to spend more time online doing school-related tasks. In short, access to the internet is limited among students who belong to families with low income. Because of financial constraints, there is less budget allotted for internet expenditure that hampers students' time to accomplish online activities. Thus, students with higher family income have superior access to the internet.
Even though we're doing something to help those in need of internet access, we cannot change the fact that the internet speed here in the Philippines, here in our country, is still a challenge that we face that we can but hard to control. So, in this case, what we can do for now is to be mindful that not everyone is as lucky as you. Not everyone has a gadget, internet access, or technology. But also, someone can have a better access than you. Better gadgets, better technology, or better than anything. Because now that we have internet and technology, we can do a lot of things. But it's just the same as humans. It's imperfect. Because in the end of the day, it is still on us on how we will do or finish our work. Modern, traditional, it's the same. The only difference is how we will use and view the access that we have. So, make everything a safe space for everyone.